Good evening, everyone, and welcome to today's session on Python programming. Good evening, ma'am.
Good evening, Sakshi.
Ma'am, I have given you the rights.
Okay, all right. I will be starting soon. Thank
Okay.
you. Is my screen visible?
Yes, ma'am, visible.
Thank you. Okay. So in the last class, we started with data types, that is set. Okay, sets. And we have discussed how do we create the sets, and we have also seen how do we use different functions on the sets, right? So apart from that, if we try to create a set, okay, let us take an example. If I try to create an empty set, that means I just want to create a set without any elements inside that particular set. So initially I just don't want to create any elements inside that particular set. In that particular case, if I want to, I just wanted to check its type. Okay, if I try to create a set with the curly braces without any items in that. So what happens? Let's see. You can note here, if we don't create any sort of elements inside the set, then this particular set tool is not actually, set is not being created. In fact, a dictionary is going to create, right? So here is the difference. When you create a set with curly braces with some elements, with some predefined elements inside that. So what it will do is it will create elements, and the type of the set is nothing but set only, correct? Whereas if you try to create empty set and if you try to get the type of it, then it actually creates the dictionary, not the set. This you should understand, right? So let us move forward from the sets. We can also, apart from creating set, list, tuple, string, numeric types, we do have we also have dictionary. Okay, dictionary is also known as mapping, right? So in this particular case, a mapping or a dictionary you might have heard in other programming language also. So what it does have, what it have is it has key as well as associated pair with it. That means every element inside sorry, every element inside this particular dictionary has key and associated value with it, right? And like this dictionary is a mutable. Okay, that means after the creation I can be able to change its value. Okay, dictionary is a mutable and it is unordered collection of pair, key and value. Okay, we know each of the element each element inside the dictionary has key and it's associated and it is associated with a value, right? And that particular element, we do have n number of elements can be created inside the dictionary, right? So again, a dictionary is nothing but it is just unordered collection of those items, right? Here, unordered means we have already discussed while dealing with sets. Even set is an unordered collection of elements, right? That means if I try to use the, for example, if I try to use the indexing operator, okay, and if I try to extract, if I want to extract some particular element inside that particular set, suppose if I want to extract B or if I want to extract C, I cannot do with the help of index, right? So either indexing or slicing operation can't be done on the unordered set, right? So to perform indexing and slicing operation, we need to have the index operations, right? So that cannot be done on the unordered list. That is, we can't perform indexing on set as well as I cannot perform indexing on the dictionary. Then how do I extract the elements inside the dictionary? Okay, that we will discuss in detail. But you must understand it is mutable as well as it is just an unordered collection of elements. Okay, as I said earlier, every element inside the dictionary has two things. The first one is key. Okay, let's try to understand what is key. Key is nothing but a unique value which is signed for the item. Okay, so it is unique. It is also immutable type. It also takes the immutable type. Okay, so keys should be unique and they only take immutable type. And what about values? Value will not necessarily that values are unique. Okay, and it can be of any type. It can be mutable as well as it can be immutable type, right? Let's start. How do we create the dictionary? Okay, I can highlight this for you. This is the way one should create the dictionary. For example, name of the dictionary is equals to, I'm just assigning some dictionary is going to be created and I'm assigning that to some variable name called as dict1. So dict1 has two key and element values. Okay, first key is name and its associated value is Karthik. Okay, the second key inside this dict1 is age, and what about its value? Its value is 24, right? Dict1 got created now. Okay, dictionary 1 got created. Now, if I want to check just to cross check whether it is a dictionary type that it has got created. Yes, it has got created the dictionary. You can check the type, correct? Here, the highlighted one is the key, whereas this is value. Again, this is key of the second element. This is value of the second element, correct? When I try to, I just want to display what is or how dictionary 1 got created. Okay, so for that sake, you just go for checking the content of the dictionary. So here you can notice one thing. We have created the first key with name, whereas with its value as Karthik. Second key with a key name as age and value as 24. But when I try to extract the content, what is there inside dictionary 1, you might have noticed this age has got printed first. Okay, that is key 2 has printed first and key 1 has printed later. Okay, the order in which we enter the element inside the dictionary, not necessarily that it will say in the same order. Okay, so that is why we call it as it is unordered collection of pairs, right? This itself suggests that it is unordered collection, right? Now, how do we extract particular value of the how do I extract value using key? Okay, so when I see this particular dictionary example, you can always say that if I ask you to get the value for name, you will easily check this particular dictionary and you will get it as Karthik, right? And if I ask you to get the value of age, okay, value of age, you will say it as 24, right? So in a similar way, how do I extract the value associated with the dictionary? It can be extracted with dict1, name of the dictionary, with its key. Okay, if I try to do this, it should print the value of this name. Okay, in a similar way, if I want to extract value which is associated with age, so it can be extracted with this. Correct? Right? So here are the two different just we were having two different elements, so we tried to extract the values of those two elements with their keys. Correct? Next, the next statement, we are, first of all, what are we trying to do? We are trying to extract age, okay, value of the age, and after that equal sign here equals to 54. Okay, so what happens? This particular statement will provide me, or you can say using this particular statement, I can update the value of the age. Initially, I initialized with 24. Now, I just want to reinitialize, or I want to change the age to 54. That can be done with the help of, again, indexing operator, right? Dict1, which value you want to change, that key you need to provide inside this square brackets, and later on equal sign is for assignment, and this is the value with which I want to change dictionary of one of age. Okay, this is what I wanted to change. Correct? Now just cross check what is there in the dictionary 1. You can see here dictionary 1, initially it has, let me show, age in dict1 age was 24 earlier. Now when I update this and try to print the content, it got printed this. Correct? So it has got updated. Let me show you. Let me take some other value, dict10 maybe. Suppose I take, okay, let me take as name as let me create second field. Okay, it is a string, right? Okay, in this, what, let me highlight what I wanted to show you. Okay, so I just tried to create one dictionary with the name dict10. Inside that, I created 3 different keys. Okay, three keys, basically, not different, three keys. First key is with name, second key is with age, and third key is also with age. Okay, where while defining the definition of dictionary, I said keys should be unique, right? But here the second key as well as third key seems to be same. Okay, so in that case, let me try to print content of dict1 and later on dict10, and later on let me explain. Okay, you can see the details here. Okay, instead of, even though I created the dictionary with three different fields, okay, name, age, but it has got created only with two. Okay, that means this particular age has been overridden by third field. Sorry, this particular second field has been overridden by third field, right? So for that sake, only two elements, two keys got created, keys along with its values got created inside this particular dictionary 10. So when you try to extract the content, you can easily see, check if you, even though you tried to create the duplicate elements inside this particular cell dictionary 10, but what internally it has done, it has taken only unique values. Okay, so you should note this. Let us move to the next part. Okay, in this section, what we have done, dict1 of name is equals to Karthik. Initially it was this. You can see Karthik was in lowercase, whereas here name I just changing the case over here. Okay, keeping the same name but changing only the case, right? So now again updation will take place, right? It has just got created. Instead of small letter Karthik, it has got created. This has got created. That means I am able to create the dictionary, and as and when I require, I am able to change its values. Correct? Okay. In the next case, what I'm doing, I'm just trying to create, one more key. Okay. What is a key name? Key here is with salary. I am creating third key. And what is its value? Its value is this. Okay. And this time, three different fields should be created. One with name, the second one is with age, third one is with salary. Okay, and note here, even though we are using these brackets to access these particular brackets to access the values which are associated with the keys, but this time we are not using what? We are not using the indices. Rather, we are using the key values. Okay, keys over here to extract the values. Okay. In the next cell, what are we trying to do? In the next cell, we are trying to simply delete the key and its associated value. Okay. So how do I delete? I will be using the term, okay, keyword del space name of the dictionary from which I want to delete the contents. Okay, dict1, and inside this, what I'm trying to do, I'm trying to provide which key you are trying to delete. That information you need to provide. So here's I just want to delete this term from already created dictionary. So when I try to do this, and when I try to print, you can note here salary and its associated value has got deleted. Correct? And again, with the help of in operator, I can check is this particular key exist inside the dictionary. Okay, I can check that. So How do I check that? So you just need to mention is any of the key that you want to search, whether that particular key exists inside the dictionary or not. Earlier we created, but in between we deleted. So this should give the result as false. Correct? Right? Whereas the next statement, name in dict1, this particular cell should give you result as true, because name is already there inside the dictionary one, and nowhere we have deleted that particular key value pair. So for that sake, the output of this statement should be true. You can note here. The next in the next statement, okay, let me highlight this. So what I'm trying to do, I'm trying to use the get function. What get function returns, it returns the value which is associated with the key. Okay, that means whenever I'm trying to get the information about some value, okay, so what I need to do is I can use the function get, and which value you want to extract, you just try to write down that key. Okay, dict1 dot get of age should give me 54. Suppose if I write salary, earlier we created, but in between I deleted it, and later on if I try to get, what happens? Nothing gets, right? No value will be retrieved. Why no value will be retrieved? We know salary, key salary doesn't exist anymore now inside this particular dict1, for that sake, right? Let us try to move to the next cell. Okay, what the next cell is trying to perform, let me highlight it first. Okay, dict1 dot items. Okay, what this item, you can see here, items is itself is a function. So what it actually does, it returns an object that contains key value pairs, okay, of this particular dictionary one. Okay, and the values, the pairs, that is key value, are saved in as a pair, and this particular pair is stored as a tuple, right? So we know how to save, or how the elements inside the tuples are stored. Tuples are stored inside these parentheses, right? So whenever I use the or name of the dictionary dot items, that means whenever I do apply items function on the dictionary, then it gives me set of key value pairs. Okay, all the key value pairs which exist inside the dictionary will be retrieved. Okay, and they are saved, or they are retrieved in the form of a tuple, right? You can see here. So here, this itself is the first tuple, and this itself is the second tuple. Like this, if we have 10 different key value pairs, 10 different key value pairs will be deleted. Am I not audible?
Ma'am, you are audible.
Okay, thank you. Right? If I create 10 different key value pairs, then 10 different key value pairs will be extracted. Okay, in fact, they are returned in the form of tuple. Let us move to the next section. Okay, dict1, let me highlight, dict1 dot keys. So in this case, what happens? What keys again is a function. It returns a sequence of keys from a dictionary. Okay, on which dictionary you are extracting. On this particular dictionary one, I just want to extract all the keys that present inside this particular dict1. So as you can see in dict1, we do have only two keys, name and age. Those two will be returned, right? So those two keys will be returned, name and age. What if I want only to extract values which are associated with the keys? Okay, so again, that can be extracted, which can also be extracted with the help of function that is values. Okay, so values returns a sequence of values from the dictionary, right? So when I execute this, Karthik and 54 should be returned, right? These values should get returned. Okay. So in the next case, in the next cell, what are we trying to do? Let me highlight it first. In this particular dictionary, I just want to update the dictionary. Okay, dict1 dot update. What happens? It actually adds adds what how suppose if I want to add 3 different key value pairs, then I need to provide that particular those 3 key value pairs for this as an input to this particular update function, right? So update function, it adds all the elements from the dictionary. Okay, all the elements from this particular dictionary to dict1. Okay, this itself is the dictionary which simply update function, it simply takes this particular dictionary and it simply adds to dict1. So earlier we were having only 2 key value pairs with name and age as keys. Here I just try to add the address and pin code. Okay, 2 more key value pairs are going to be added. Okay, so let us simply print the content of dictionary. So you can see here all 4 keys will be displayed. Address, okay, address, age, name and pin code got created, right? Let us move to the next one. Okay, okay. Again, I might have shown you this particular statement. Let us repeat this. Dict1 of ID. I just want to extract the ID of a particular person. Okay, so as you can see, no key with name ID exists. So here it will not generate, it will not retrieve any value which is associated with the ID. In fact, it generates the error. Okay, key error will get generated saying that ID is not been created, has not got created yet, right? Okay, let us move to the next part. In the next part, what are we trying to do? We are trying to create one dictionary with a name as dict3, and what we are saving is we are saving number of days of the first 3 months of a particular year. Okay, so in that case, in January, okay, Jan here is a key for the first key value pair. Okay, value of the first key is 31. For second key is Feb and its value is 28. Third key that I want to create is March. Its value is 31 again. Okay, like this, 3 different key value pairs are saved inside this particular dictionary 3. So how do I iterate over all the key value pairs? Okay, let me first iterate over the keys. How do iterate means how do I extract the keys one after the other, right? So I just want to check how many keys exist inside this particular dict3. Okay, so when I try I will be using again iterator. With the help of iterator, I will be able to extract the keys, right? So I have taken a month MNT as my iterator, name of the iterator, and dict3. Okay, from where I want to retrieve the keys from this particular dictionary. I simply want to retrieve the keys. So what it will do is it simply extracts the all the keys which are associated with or which are saved inside this particular dictionary 3. Okay, for MNT in dict3, first it will extract the first key. In the next loop, it extracts the second key. In the next loop, it extracts the third key. In the next loop, it comes out of the loop because only 3 keys exist. So for loop will run for 3 times. So let me execute it and show it to you. Okay. So in this particular case, you can see here, Jan, Feb, and March got printed out, right? All the values, all the keys have been extracted of dictionary 3. What if I just do I just want to extract the values which are associated with these keys? Okay, you can we have already seen how do I extract the values. Extracting the values can be done with the help of keys, right? Once we know the key, then I can just mention name of the dictionary of that particular key, then it will extract the associated value, right? So for example, I want to extract the days of this particular dictionary. Okay, so for that sake, print dict of dys. Okay, here I just simply specified as dys, but here dys itself is nothing but the keys, right? So dict3 of dys, what it will retrieve now? It retrieves the values of this particular dictionary. One after the other will get printed. Okay, like this, right? Okay, let us move to the next part. Okay, so in this, what are we trying to do? We are trying to create the dictionary. As we have seen earlier this session, if I write dict2 is equals to empty those opening and closing braces. If I do this, then what happens? Empty dictionary will get created. Okay, so dict2 has not got any key value pair. It is just one dictionary has got created. Okay, so here I've taken one variable as 3, n equals to 3, and though I have not used, but I could have used over here. Okay, but hard code, I have a hard coded value of 3 over here. So what I've done for I in range 3, range function we have already seen. Range again is a sequence. What it will do, it a range of 3, it returns. Okay, it has 3 different values. Okay, 0 to 2, sequence of 0 to 2 will be created. Okay, so I will have value 0 first. Okay, it extracts 0, and in the next loop I will be equals to 1. In the next loop I will be equals to 2. So 3 values, okay, values of sequences will get created with this range of 3, right? So inside the loop, what are we trying to do? We have written k is equals to input enter student name. I just want to extract name of the first student and respect, and I'm keeping the name inside this particular k. Okay, and later on input enter the marks. Again, I'm getting the input from the user only, the marks of the student, and I'm saving inside this particular m variable. And later on, I'm updating dictionary 2 with the help of function called update. We have seen this in today's session only, how update function works. Update function works by it updates this particular dictionary to dict2. Okay, whatever key value that we are providing over here, that will get updated over to dict2, right? So let me execute this. Okay, let me enter the first student, name of the first student. It will ask me to enter marks of the first student, okay, and name of the second student, right? So here you can even make more readable form, right? And marks, okay, marks as 45 this time. So all three different fields, okay, all three different elements. The first element is name is Anita and corresponding marks. Second key is Kavita and corresponding value is 80. Third key is Piyush here, corresponding key is 45. Okay, like this dict2, if you check dict2 now, dict2 should have what? Now dict2 should have three different elements. Okay, here elements is nothing but three different key value pairs should be saved. When you print dict2, so you can check here three different key and associate and also corresponding values are associated with those keys, right? So let us see in the next statement what we in the next cell what we have done. We just have tried to print the keys of the dictionary that we have just created, right? So that can be done. I have already explained this, right? So using for loop, I just try to extract the keys of this particular dictionary too, right? Okay. In the next case, what we like that, you can also extract the values. I will leave it as a homework. You can do by yourself, right? In the next case cell, what we have done, we have tried to pop the element, fine. I just tried to pop the element from dict2. Here, which element I want to try pop out? D. Okay, and you can see here no key exists with the name D. So when I execute here, it should generate the key error saying that there is no key that exists with this particular D. So instead of this, if you try to pop some other element which already exists, okay. So for example, okay. So this time it should pop out the value associated with this particular key, Anita, right? So that means how pop function works. If you if the given key, okay, if the given key exist inside this particular dictionary, then what happens? It extracts the corresponding value. It pops out the corresponding value, right? Actually, it pops out both key and value pairs, right? Depending on the key, it extracts, it pops out. And if the corresponding key does not exist inside the dictionary, D, as an example, D was not there in the dictionary, okay, as a key. So in that particular case, what happens? It will it will generate the error saying that this particular key does not exist inside this particular dictionary, right? And you can check after this just to make sure that you have deleted the key with key and corresponding value of Anita. So you can simply print dict2. Only two keys exist now, right? Here, next one is eval function. Let us try to execute that. Okay. So what we have done, we need to give some function. Okay, let me tell you what this eval function will do. Eval function will get the information in the form of dictionary and it saves in the dict4. Okay, so I just want to create one dictionary with one key value pair. Okay, suppose name of a student. Okay, name of a student. With corresponding name as Karthik. Okay, so here Karthik is a string, so provide this. Okay, you can check here what eval function is giving us. Like eval function is taking the input this using this particular input function. I have given the input one key value pair I have given to this particular eval function, and that particular eval function what it will do is it creates the dictionary with key and value pair and it associate to dict4. Okay, and later on when I try to print dictionary 4, it just simply resulted this, right? What if I want to create with some ID and okay, in the next example, instead of one key value pair, what we have entered, what we have tried to enter, we try to enter two different key value pairs, right? So one key with ID and its associated value as 1, 2, 3, 4. The second with ID as marks and its associated value as 99. So that has got created. Okay. Nothing special in the next cell. You can leave simply one dictionary with dict5 has got created with two different keys, F and S. And just checking the in operation, it will work fine. Okay. Now, in this, you can note here, when you create this, okay, when you have created dict2, it has created with name and corresponding marks as string. Okay, so you even you can, like, you don't want to receive in the form of string, so you can change here as int function, right? You need to convert string to int, and so convert that, and later on you will get the value in the form of integer. Numeric value will be retrieved. So that's it. So what you do is just try with all the functionalities, like how do I create the dictionary, how do I add the elements to dictionary, and how do we get if I want to retrieve the keys, how do I retrieve? If I want to retrieve the values, how do we retrieve the values? So like that you try to work with, and any issue in the previous sessions you may ask, or any doubts in this session also you may ask now.
Ma'am.
Excuse me, ma'am. Ma'am, can you
Excuse me,
explain
ma'am.
pop function again?
Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Pop function. What pop function is doing? It simply removes the corresponding key value pair. Okay.
Ma'am, I have a question.
Got it?
Ma'am, excuse me, ma'am. I have a question.
Wait.
Yes, ma'am.
Let me. I will take your question. So pop function is simply takes the key and returns which value it has got, which value it has got deleted. Okay, that will be returned. Also, that key value pair will be deleted. Okay, Sunita. Yes, Sunita.
Ma'am, I have a question.
Yes.
Ma'am, in the questions you have explained in one of the dictionaries, in which you had updated the values of dictionary 1 as address, age, and name, the value of integer like 54, age of integer, was not in the inverted commas, but in the dictionary you created as the January, February, and March, the value of 31, 32, and the after that it was in inverted commas. So what is the difference between these values and the values before? They were the integer values or not?
They were also integer values.
But ma'am, in one of the in the dictionary too, the value of Kavita and all Piyush were in inverted commas, 90, 80, and 45.
Okay, let me share the screen
Yes.
so that.
Or I was not able to write it properly.
Let me share the screen.
Yes.
This one you are talking about. Here,
Uh,
Jan, Feb, and March are
after that,
type.
in dictionary two.
Okay, this is clear. Jan,
Yes.
Feb, March are
Yes,
string
ma'am.
type.
Clear.
Okay, okay. 31, 28, and 31 here are a
Yes.
numeric type.
Yes,
Okay,
ma'am.
after this one.
Yes, ma'am. Yes,
Okay,
ma'am.
this even I asked you to work on here. You know what this input function will do? Input function will always returns in the form of string.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay, either you enter marks, either you enter name, whatever value that you are giving. If you give the name, that is also provided in these codes.
Okay,
Okay,
ma'am.
if you give the value also, here I have given the value, but that is
Okay.
also there in the form of string.
Okay,
So
ma'am.
I have already explained how do I convert this getting input from the user is in the form of strings. How do I convert it into numeric form? So if you want to convert this into numeric form, you just apply int function over here. Just apply int function. Okay,
Okay, ma'am.
that means first you are taking getting the input from the user, and that
Yes.
input is in the form of string, and later on you are going to apply like you are going to get the conversion to integer type.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay, try
Okay.
doing this in your system.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you so much.
मैम केस 115 डॉट आइटम
Yes,
मैम केस 115
can you repeat? Can you please repeat? What is your doubt?
मैम मैम डिक्शनरी 10 डॉट आइटम्स 115 मैम
115 cell number you are saying. Okay.
यस मैम
Okay.
यस मैम
Okay. This one. This is
मैम
115.
डॉट आइटम्स डिक्ट 1 डॉट आइटम्स ये
Okay. Dict one dot items. What is this?
यस
Items is a function here. It returns an object that contains key value pairs. Okay. So suppose if my dictionary has 10 different key value pairs, all those key values pairs are in the form of tuple pair. This is first key value pair. This is second key value pair. Suppose if I have 10, so those many key value pairs be retrieved.
Okay, ma'am.
Any other query?
Ma'am,
Yes.
how many key values can access in dictionary, ma'am?
You can, as long as possible, you can add as many as possible.
Oh, okay, ma'am.
Okay. There is no limit. Minimum can be 0 also, right? You can start with 0.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am. Ma'am, can you repeat it? Did one dot items?
Okay. What dict one? What dict one dot items? What is this item? Is items is nothing but again a function. Like we have extracted keys, all the keys present in the dictionary with the help of dict one dot keys. How do I extract all the values present in the dictionary? Dict one dot values, right? So in a similar way, what if I want to extract both keys as well as values? That can be extracted with the help of items. Dict one dot items, right?
Okay, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am.
Welcome.
Ma'am, can we convert dictionary into tuple?
How do you want, why you want to convert dictionary to tuple?
Ma'am, I just want to know if it is possible or not.
Okay, try it first. Okay, first you tell me the reason why you want to convert, and later on you can try. Take it as an homework and let me know the answer by tomorrow.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay, and also you should specify why, in which particular case you need the dictionary to be converted as a tuple, because tuple is nothing but sequence of elements that we have discussed, right? So whenever I want to create a sequence of elements, we need to use tuple, whereas dictionary solves some other purpose. Dictionary is whenever I want to have some key which is associated with a value. Okay, for example, a very good example can be telephone directory. Okay, every individual should have a specific unique ID. Okay, specific telephone number, right? So for that sake, to maintain a telephone dictionary, you can form the telephone directory. You can form the dictionary. Correct?
Function pop item,
So
what it use? Function pop item.
function pop items. Okay,
Yes.
what that pop function is doing? Pop of pop is simply pop
Remove.
is, but in stack also you might have used pop. Simply returns the topmost element in the stack, whereas here pop actually deletes the element from the dictionary. Whichever element that you want to delete, that need to be specified, which with the help of key. Okay, so that key along with the value will be deleted.
Okay.
Okay, any other doubt? Sakshi, am I
Yes,
audible?
yes,
Okay,
ma'am.
if you have no doubts, we can end the session over here.
Okay, ma'am. Anybody having any doubt? Ma'am, I don't think there are more doubts. We can end the session over here.
Okay, thank you, Sakshi. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, ma'am. See, I have pasted the attendance link in in your chat window of WebEx only. So kindly check it once and copy that carefully. Because later on I won't be able to give you the attendance link. So kindly copy it properly. I'll end the session then now. I hope you all might have done it right now. So thank you so much, everyone. See, I've pasted it again. Check it once.